redoing the whole thing? Because we already did an intro.
I guess so.
We're just gonna keep pacing. We're like lions in the cage.
Oh damn, I'm not even in the box.
Yeah, yeah.
This is our clubhouse.
Yep.
Welcome. Really interesting video for today.
Yeah, it's very,
educational.
yes, but also like, I guess not really on brand with what most of the stuff that we've been doing is, but it'll be cool to try this out in general. But we're in the middle of like a whole bunch of stuff for the 240Z, but nothing that we can like finalize right now. So like the fenders right now are getting ready to be molded and stuff like that, but it's nothing we can finish today, and we're really pushing like we need a video every Friday, to a point where we're not gonna like ruin whatever, like freak out and make sure like everything else.
Yeah. Just consistent with Friday, so that way everybody knows every Friday you can come to our channel, there'll be some new content.
Yeah.
Not a dedicated time, because sometimes we'll run into situations where we're working late one night and
Thursday night.
tonight, so I'm gonna go home and really edit something really quick and put together and release it the next day. But every now and then I'll spend like the actual day the video comes out to edit, so
Yeah.
you get the idea.
And then Tuesdays are just dumps for extra videos that we have. A lot of times you can't really control with builds like this or builds in general, like something's gonna happen every single week to film, but sometimes you have like 4 things that happen in a week.
Because you gotta wait for parts, items, so.
Yeah, so we're waiting on some stuff right now and we're kind of in the middle of, but there's some really good 240 content stuff coming out. Probably, I mean, we got some good videos for next week and the next like 2 months following that, so.
About to be some real Bill Nye kids up in this shop. Today, we wanted to take the time, I guess, to share some tips of,
or just stuff we learned in general.
Yeah.
In going through this whole process, which is basically like when we started our YouTube career, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
We started on like this path and like to where we are now, 2.5 years later almost.
So now we're gonna go ahead and just break down some things we learned when building the 240Z, because I feel like it's like really good information for those that want to do this at home. Because
maybe not, but also you can apply it to everything, not obviously specifically this.
Yeah.
But
we just want you to understand, like, you guys can do anything y'all put your mind to at home. Like, we entered in doing this and had no idea at all what we were doing. So I think we're gonna give you guys a few tips just to get you, I guess, motivated or.
Yeah, because dude, quarantine, best time. Start building, start learning.
Y'all have a lot of months to come.
Yeah, true. Doesn't seem like it's ending anytime soon.
So I guess we can go ahead and start off with number one.
Number one is to take a large project like converting your entire car into carbon fiber, which is going to took us like 2 years to do. Just break it down into small steps. Break everything down into small steps. And the smaller you can break down every step, the easier everything is. So you can break it down from a 2-year project into a two step, like 1 year and 1 year, or you could break it down all the way into like, what am I going to do today to just further this thing? Because any type of momentum is kind of contagious and you can just keep going, but it's so easy to get stuck in like how huge some project is, or I pulled my engine, I don't even know what I'm doing now, so I'm just gonna let my car sit without an engine for a couple years, and then
it becomes one of those projects that just never gets finished.
Yeah.
So step one, finish those projects.
Yeah, and just cut it into small little baby steps. Because we could have just started this, cut off my roof, and been like, oh, this is way too hard, this is gonna take forever.
Not that many people believe like he was gonna fully convert his car to carbon fiber. I remember seeing like comments with like, yo, they're probably gonna get halfway and just be like, no, you're not gonna finish it. Yep. It's only gonna be skinned, just a few pieces.
So many people still comment like, dude, that's a cool wrap. Did you just skim all the metal panels? Like, no. Well, I guess we did and then popped off, but no, we didn't.
So now we're gonna head on to tip number 2, which is
start small. Especially if you're learning something new, start very small. Like, I've already said this a bunch of times, but if you're trying to start with composites and specifically carbon fiber, you want to make a carbon fiber part, start with something very small. Don't go buying like thousands of dollars worth of fabric and go, I'm gonna do my whole hood and I'm gonna do this part and this part. Like, try something really easy, because just like breaking stuff down into small bits, as soon as you start and you get one good part, it's like contagious. And getting into composites is awesome, and it's, as soon as you get into it, it's really hard to stop, which is what this has turned into, and now I got another one, so. But, like I said before, like you could do your gas door. That's like a cool part that you could like try. It's so small. You can literally buy like 1 square yard of carbon fiber for really cheap, buy the smallest thing of epoxy and just try it out. Try it and just learn.
That way you don't go around blowing money on equipment.
Another good way to be demotivated is blowing a bunch of money and then not having enough to keep your project going.
I think people, I mean, everybody knows carbon fiber isn't cheap, but if you do start small, it's cheap enough to where you can get your hands, you know, engaged and just build that momentum.
Yes.
It all trickles down, so you just gotta get your momentum going. Otherwise, it just goes in the back corner and you never touch it.
But also maybe you'll find a niche and you'll make one random little, you'll make a keychain that everybody wants, and then you'll just, that'll fuel basically what YouTube is doing for this car and our channel in general. It's just fueling like us wanting to actually, well, having money to be able to put into cars.
Yeah.
So the same thing, if you start with something small, you can build up, and then your hobby can literally self-sustain itself. Number 3 is find your passion in exactly what you're doing. You might like the general idea of something, or you might like what the end result of something looks like, or the idea of it is, but I'm really passionate in cars, but I don't want to do oil changes all day on minivans. So I would definitely say take the broad, whatever you're interested in, and try and find your niche market, or not even market, just what exactly about what you're interested in excites you. Because if you're not passionate about what you're doing and you're just doing it because you like, oh, because I'll become famous, or oh, because I want this many Instagram followers, or I want to get this much money, then you're never actually going to be happy in what you're doing. And that really translates, like, especially if you're a YouTuber and you're trying to do this stuff, people can tell when you're like just kind of faking it, and you're like, oh, I really don't want to make this video. I'm just gonna sit around here and be all like, yeah, so today we're doing this. Like, I
think the passion is really what driven us to even do what we're doing. Like, we had times where, you know, of course the channel went slow, but us being good friends and like being able to communicate and show that we are passionate. Like, I'm passionate in video and cars, Tim is passionate in composites. We put any troubles we had to the side and made it work, because like that's us taking that pause is a perfect example of like, it became like to a point where we were looking at like YouTube views and how the channel's growing, and if it slowed down a little bit, it got stressful, because we were really at that point, we started just because we wanted to do it, because we were passionate about it, but then our passion kind of changed to we want to become big YouTubers. And I kind of like threw everything off.
Just threw everything off. So now we're back to, we're just doing it because we like it, and we're doing only what we like. But keeping a schedule on Friday, which is cool, but we're gonna be open to doing videos like this because it's stuff we're still interested in and stuff we love, but it doesn't feel like a job. You know what I mean? It's like
at least we get to express like who we are. I feel like we constantly do builds and stuff. Like, of course you can learn who we are through what we do, but at the same time it's like more catered to like, look, straight up regular people just trying to make the best of a passionate situation.
Yeah, and if you do seem like you are interested in something, you just come off as way more genuine. You know what I mean? You are interested in this thing, so it comes through in film, or if you're just running an Instagram page, or if you're running your small business. If you love what you're doing, it will translate into all aspects of that.
All right, so now we're gonna start off with tip number 4, which is know your strengths and always ask questions. Don't act like you know everything, because the people that succeed in life are the ones that ask questions and are open to hearing everything. Like, even if you may know it, just listen, because it's always that one piece of information you'd be like, damn, you know what? It was right in front of me the whole time and didn't even really realize
How much stuff have we learned from people commenting in our comments, dude? I picked up so many cool tips on stuff, on composites.
I haven't even done composites yet. Like, I film it, but I read comments too, and I learn stuff. I'm like, the day come when I'm ready to build something, thank you.
But it'd be really easy to go, well, I have this channel on composites, and we do all this stuff. I'm not listening to any of your guys. why would I do that? Oh, because I'm actually like into learning.
Yeah.
Like if you're a lifelong learner and you just want to attack, like you just want to learn new skills and apply them, and which is exactly what this build has been. It's so incredibly useful to just realize you don't know everything, and that's completely fine.
When you feel like things are getting uncomfortable, no, that's when you're progressing. So it always comes down to ask questions, just be open. And yeah, that's pretty
when we first started, he knew like nothing about video editing.
Absolutely nothing.
Now he's the GOAT. Like,
I'm still learning. Like I don't even like to claim that yet, but
we give him the GOAT. Everyone else in the comments also knows. But
so, I guess that pretty much could wrap up tip 4.
Yeah, well, I would also say it's kind of sad to see in a lot of YouTubers that they feel the need to like explain or like research things and make it look like they know what they're doing, but like
realistically, it's kind of
it comes through too. Like I can go on and I can say like, man, I really know exactly how forged wheels are made, and I know all this stuff, and then you can go on to continue talking about it when you're actually being genuine, and then you can kind of show that, oh, I don't know anything about that at all, and it comes through. So that's tip. Oh yes, okay. So tip number 5 is utilize all the resources around you.
I just got dizzy spinning.
No need to act like you're helpless and just ask the one person that knows what you're saying, like what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
You don't have to get all your information from one person. Just
comes back to like doing your research.
Forums, do a bunch of research.
Yes,
research
forums.
Stuff before you start is always good. Very helpful.
And it also helps you be able to ask questions that can benefit you in the long run. So if you do your research prior to just coming to ask a question, like it could be the most minimal research, but as long as you have some type of understanding of what you're trying to learn, you will be able to, I guess, retain that information very well. And
the person you're asking can tell if you know nothing about what you're talking about, or if you're, like if someone came up to me and said, how do you make this car? I would not give them a serious answer, because how do I even answer that question? But if someone came up to me and said, did you make this quarter panel from a mold, or did you overlay this and the actual method that we did? I could articulate that and explain it, and I would put more effort towards it, because I can tell you've done your research before just going, that's cool, I want to do that too.
Yeah, you'll get a lot more respect from the person you're asking the question, because you gotta realize majority of these people deal with the really basic question on the daily basis. So
yeah, they've been asked that question 1,000
sometimes
times.
They might seem like they don't want to answer, but it's to the point where it's so redundant, it's just like, oh man, I really don't want to do this again.
Yeah.
So they just want to understand that you're passionate and you really want to learn.
And going off that, literally you can learn anything on YouTube. And seriously, I spend probably a couple
YouTube
hours of a week YouTubing crazy stuff, trying to learn. Like it brings me to a lot of people's channels, like Mike Patey, who we keep talking about.
What? I didn't know about Mike Patey till he told me about him. That dude
and I didn't know about him until I was Googling, YouTube searching a bunch of stuff about carbon composites.
It's funny too, because like his channel popped up. Like he just created a channel like when we were really getting deep into the composites. I remember that.
He blew up too, yeah. He blew up quick. But his channel is awesome, some really great content. It's about airplanes, so
yeah.
It's not something I like really, it's interesting to me because I like how things are made in general, but he specifically gets a lot into like carbon fiber composites in airplane building and stuff like that. And watching a guy build an airplane is just awesome in general, so.
You don't see that every day.
Yeah, that's true.
And then
actually, unless you're on YouTube, then you could see that every day.
And then you got our channel, so eat up the content.
Yeah,
that's literally what we're here for. Like, if we learn something, it's always about sharing what we learn and just showing you guys like you could do this at home. Don't let anybody really tell you can't do something, because specifically in my life, I had many people tell me stuff like, yo, you can't do this. I'm like, what? How you gonna tell me I can't do something? So like I use that energy to go find a way to do it and prove that person wrong.
Yeah.
So.
And just for yourself too, not even for obviously proving a point to them.
Yeah. It was like my secret motivation. Watch our videos, comment, let us know what you think. I wasn't even trying to make this an outro, but
it's now the outro. We'll see you next Friday, maybe Tuesday. We'll see.